Good morning and welcome to Crochet Thursday number 5. Today we're starting off with our slip knot. We're going to jump right in. We are learning the granny square today. There are multiple different types of granny squares that you can do, but today I'm showing you this stitch. You can do different colors, whatever you want to do. You can change up every row. It's strictly up to you, but I'm going to show you this basic granny square. And today I'm using a variegated multicolor yarn. You're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, this is our foundation stitches. Now, remember, you can make your granny square any size you want. Today I'm using the size I hook. You could use whatever size you want, but you're going to take the last stitch that you have made, go into that first hole that you started, that first loop, and you're going to yarn over and pull it through. Okay, now you're going to chain up 2 because we're doing that double crochet. Okay, so we're going to cover our tail up and hide it into our work as we're going. So now we're going to double crochet. You're going to have a total of 4 stitches. 4 double crochets. This is our second one. Yarn over, go into your hole, the center of it, pull your yarn through, go through 2 and go through 2. So now you have a total of 3. We're going to do that one more time. Yarn over, go into your hole, yarn over, pull it through, go through 2, go through 2. Now we need 4 corners to be able to work our granny square. Even though we started in the round, it's going to end up square. Okay, what you do now to make your corner, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to do 4 more double crochet into that same center hole. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember, you can always go back and replay the video. If I'm going too fast, you can slow it down. All right, we're going to chain 2 more, and then we're going to do another total of 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, this is going to give us a total of 16 double crochets, and then 8 of the extra 2 stitches. So far we've got 4 double crochet here, our 2 chain stitches, another 4 double crochet, 2 chain stitches, our third set of 4 double crochet. Now we're doing our chain 2, 1, 2. Now we're doing our last set of 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we still have to connect it to that other double crochet. So you're going to chain your 2 to make that last corner. Go into the top of that first stitch you made, the first double crochet, and do a slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 2. I'm turning the work. We're going to do 2 more double crochet in the top of this stitch, and you'll see what we're going to do. Because we've made our stitch go through and we've kind of hidden it around, you can cut that little bit of extra off right now. Go ahead and cut it off. Some people wait and weave their ends in to the very end. I don't like doing that. So now you're going to do 2 more double crochet. From here on out, you're doing 3 in every stitch except for when you're on the corners and you end up with 6, but you'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. So you see our 4 corners starting to form. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've done 3 double crochet. We're now going to chain our 2, and we're making that corner. Now you're going to do 3 more double crochet in that corner. 1, 2, and 3. Now you got to chain 2 to get over to this next corner. 1, 2. Now we're going to do 3 double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2 again and do our other 3 crochet for that corner. And then we chain our 2 and move to the next corner. Same process over and over on this row that we're working on. Three more. Now we've got our 3 corners. We want to do the last one. Crochet our 2, go into that last corner, crochet 3. We do 4 on that first row just because it makes it good and thick and sturdy and sound. You could do 3 in it. I just prefer to do 4. So now we've got our 2. We're going to start those last 3 double crochet to form that corner. And then we chain our 2 to connect it to this side. Remember, go up to the top of that stitch up there, insert it, do a slip stitch, and then what we do so we can start back fresh on the corner is we slip stitch the next 2 chains as well, and it's almost impossible to notice it. So now we're back at our corner. See how that's forming up really nicely? See the pattern forming? So now, again, we're just going to repeat that process, but then we're going to do something different when we get here, because now we have a hole to go through. And each row you go up, you're going to have a new hole. So we have 1 hole extra on each quarter, on each side of this row that we have to fill in. So we have our 2 corners and then a center on this row. The next row we're going to have each corner and then 2 holes, and it gradually increases as you go up. You can see how that does. Okay, so here we go. We do our 3 stitches in our corner, the double crochet, then we chain our 2, and then we do the 3 more. 1, 2, for a total of 6 in that corner. 3. Okay, so now we're going to chain 2. That gets us over to our next hole, and we're going to double crochet 3 stitches into that one. So that's 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. Okay, now we're going to chain 2 more. That takes us to our corner. We chain our 2, do the next 3. All right, we're going to chain 2 more, go to that next center piece. You do your 3 double crochet, chain 2 more, go to the next corner. Chain your 2, do 3 more in that corner. I'm sorry, one of our seniors came to the door. So as I was saying, we did our 3, we chained 2, we did another stitch, and now we're working on our last 2 double crochet into that corner stitch. Now we chain our 2, we go to that middle, chain our 3 double crochets into that stitch, chain 2 more, then we go to our last corner, we do our 3 double crochet, chain our 2, do our next 3 double crochet, chain 2 more, do that last center crochet hole, and guys, y'all can find all kinds of patterns on YouTube, not just on my channel, but on the Senior Center channel. But check all the stations and you can find so many different crochet patterns from different people. Next, we chained our last 2. We're going to connect it to that center hole. Remember, we got to slip stitch the next 2 chains to get us over to the corner again. And see, that is barely noticeable. Now we're in the corner. We're going to work our 3 double crochets. Chain your 2. Do your other 3 double crochets. And see, it just starts working up and forming really nicely. Okay. I will meet you back. See, we're going into 2 holes this time. I'll show you this row and then I'll meet you back at the very end of this row when we're done. So you chain your 2 at the end of that corner, yarn over, you do 3 double crochets into that first hole, chain 2, same thing, 3 more double crochets in that next hole, chain our 2, and we go into that corner, crochet our 3 stitches, chain 2, and then do our other 3, so we got our next corner. So now we're going to chain 2 and we're going to start going to that next section. And I'll meet you back when we're done at the end of the corner. Okay, now we are back at the end of that corner. We're going to stick it in our first loop, slip stitch. Remember, we want to finish on the corner. We do our slip stitch, we pull it through, cut it off, and we tie it. Then we'll weave in that end. I wanted to show you, you can do your crochet squares any size that you want to. Now I'm going to show you, this is a 4 by 5, okay? And how we know that, you count your sections. 1, 2, 3, you're on row 4. By 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is a 5 by 4 square, which is a good size, okay? This one is 6 by 6. I'm sorry, 6 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 4 gray rows to 1 white row. And then we have 6 holes. All right. So you just do it however you want to. And start making a bunch of squares. And I'll show you. We're just going to keep working on our squares and keep practicing until we get the amount that we want to make. Now, I'm making a project with these, and I'm doing 5 per row, and I'm going to do 5 rows. So I would need 25. If I'm doing 4 rows, I would need 20. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, I'm going to put an edge on them in white, and then I'm going to connect my squares together. But right now, all we're going to keep doing for the next couple of weeks is you're going to practice this video over and over again for the next 2 weeks until you get all of your squares made. And then I'll come back and I'll show you how to do the adding on the border, okay? See you soon. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.